Hello and welcome back to my Pokemon Horizons review series. Today we're reviewing episode 29. Let's get started and I hope you enjoy. So finally today we have got some focus on the ship's mechanic Orla. She starts coming across so many different problems on the ship. Roy just straight up throwing Pokeballs at the walls, destroying stuff, typical Roy, and everyone else is encountering problems that she needs to fix. Meanwhile, the ship arrives at the place where the old geezer from the previous episode was hired to give them the ancient Pokeball. It looks pretty cool and it kind of reminded me of the Pokeball factory from Kalos. Inside they meet this woman called Kana who loves to create her own Pokeballs. She researches them, designs them and just has massive passion for them. But she's always blaming the machines as they don't quite come out right. And naturally Orla as the mechanic comes in and fixes them up, making them a bit more functional. So they make a pretty good team together. We see a bunch of different Pokeballs and that really was my favourite part of the episode. I think they did a great job in showing off some unique ideas for Pokeballs. We even see an old school Hisui Pokeball. Roy takes a bunch of the new Pokeballs outside to test them and this was just really cool. We see a rocket ball that just flies, a boomerang ball that comes back and a bomb ball that explodes in Roy's face. It was just a lot of fun seeing these unofficial Pokeball ideas. So I thought this episode was pretty good. It had a couple of plot lines throughout. Kana wanted Orla to join up with her as they had similar goals of creating spaces for Pokemon that function and look after them. We see a bit of Orla's backstory and why she actually joined up with Freed. She was stuck in a rut and wanted to be challenged, wanted to see the world and wanted to have more first times. This episode did a fantastic job in showing off more about her, what makes her tick and why she's along for this journey. The other side of the story was Roy training to use these Pokeballs and he ends up annoying the Galarian Weezing. We get a bunch of other Weezing show up and they get overwhelmed, and I saw people were annoyed again at Cap for coming in and saving the day, which I don't understand personally. Orla and Metagross took down one Weezing, Cap came in and took down a few, and then Orla and Freed saved the day with the help of the factory fumes anyway, so it wasn't like Pikachu stole any of Orla's spotlight. It was annoying last week, but this time I feel like it's just nitpicking to complain about it, as it wasn't really a big deal. They save the factory, Kana gives Orla this special Pokeball which I really hope comes back around and she ends up actually using it to capture something. She decides she's not going to stay with her, but she wants to keep travelling with Freed so she can keep discovering the world. All in all, a pretty good episode. I woke up and saw everyone complaining about this episode again, so I really expected something way worse. But this was fine. I think when you don't have subtitles, you can miss so many positives and little interactions in this episode. This episode was solid and it shows off Orla and her work ethics and desires to stay on the ship and keep pushing herself. I also love the whole Pokeball theme and the unique Pokeballs that we got. So I enjoyed this one and we're going to give it a 7 out of 10. Let me know what you thought of this episode. What is your rating out of 10? Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.